Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.
Can McCaffrey do it again? Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday night.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the only six-time Super Bowl champion in league history. In his 20th season now, Tom Brady.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win.
58, 10, wide, 20. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. 72.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Lynch pushing, but he is not going to get there. They stop him short.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line because now if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Orchestrating the offense, the former 3-time captain at Michigan State, quarterback Kirk Cousins.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Cousins on first down. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing, Cousins. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering. Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone. And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Chris Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Cousins. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Warren with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Shotgun now for Brady. He gets it to Humphreys. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Returnable for Thomas. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, this team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action now. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Credit the Giants' defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Come on.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's got Green. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught by Jackson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Cousins escaping the pressure right. Past the 20. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. This is caught. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Chris Warren with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw is Cousins. Rolling to his right. And that's complete. It's Green here. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Finding Green complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Tyler Eifert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get...
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And New York set to take the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. Hey. 4 down.
They go play action. Cousins. And got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
That catch is a big one. We got to note it. Ties him for number 2 all-time with Tony Gonzalez, 1,325 career receptions.
And didn't they always tell us to model our performance, model our games after the greats that came before us? Well, here's a great example of why he's at this number. Took care of himself off the field and really produced on it.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A.J. Green, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake. Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
That throw by Brady incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter. Zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Manning. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Manning. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. So another snag for Fitzgerald, who in 2015 became the youngest player at age 32 to hit 1,000 receptions. He's piling up some more.
Well, the way he's playing today, it's almost like he's trying to get a 2nd 1,000 just in one contest. And when they're operating this well and clicking like that.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. Here's Bradley Pena now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Thomas.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Hey, watch delay. Get it.
Throwing is Manning on third down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Brady's throw there complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Brady now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
To throw is Brady. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. On third down, they go Lynch. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, it's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
New York set to take the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards, good for a giant first down. Well, it's kind of interesting when you think about Eli Manning and what he's done in his career against the Eagles, because it's one of the teams that he struggled the most with. Just 10-20 in 30 career games head-to-head, including 2 losses last year in 2018, with the Giants losing both in Week 6 and Week 12 to Philadelphia. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
Here's McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there from McCaffrey. 59 yards for him on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Brady to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey, Alabama.
On 1st down, Brady. That's complete. Bernard. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Brady to throw again. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Wide, 80.
Stop your whining.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Brady now on 1st down, looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. One final try now for Brady. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tramon Williams. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, any slim hopes they had.
EA Sports. It's in the game. EA Sports. It's in the game.